What up? What up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Instant Replay, the Daily Show. It's your boy ACS. I don't know if Via be here. Maybe not. I hadn't heard from him in a little bit. Anyway, it's playoff time, y'all. Playoffs start this week. NFL playoffs. Obviously, college football playoff is ongoing. I'll be pulling that up. Just to look at the games, Thursday and Friday's games for the Final Four there. Let me get some of this good old-fashioned background going. All right, here we go. Oh shit. First of all, shouts out. Look, Detroit Lions, obviously last night, massive game. The Vikings did not show up. Yeah, they didn't. And I'll get to my team in a minute. Obviously, I talk about the entire league, but I am a Packers fan, so I will mention my boys in some level of depth, right? Did no favors to nobody. Vikings, not even yourselves. That's all you had to do was just get 1 point more than them, and you get home field. You get to stay at home. You don't have to worry about none of this nonsense. And now y'all got to go play the Rams. The Rams, bruh, they clapped y'all, Minnesota. Y'all got clapped by the Rams recently, like this season. So, hey, man, good God almighty, dog. It's almost – but I will say this, though. And this is just if you think it's a foregone conclusion that the Lions are going to be in the Super Bowl, then don't watch football no more for the rest of the season. Turn your TV off and don't turn it back on until February 9th. All right? Same with the Chiefs. If you think it's a foregone conclusion the Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl, then don't watch TV until February 9th. That's all I got to tell you, man. I've been watching football for many a year, and I have seen lots of things happen. Lots of wild shit happen, right? I mean, damn, just a few years ago, the Baltimore Ravens had the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and I just broke my pen. Oh, trusted pen. Oh. Anyway, the Ravens had the number 1 seed in the AFC, and Tennessee went to there and beat the crap out of them. Went there. I mean, Tennessee was I can't even tell you how much of an underdog they were to win that game, and they went to Baltimore and won. And then the next week they went to Kansas City and got clapped up. But no matter what the case may be, anything can happen in the playoffs. Anything can happen in the playoffs, dude. One bad quarter of football, and it's everything's looked at more clearly. Everything's looked at more importantly because there's no game next week guaranteed. So anything can happen. So again, for anybody out there who's just, I guarantee you the Lions are going to be, you don't watch TV again until February 9th. I'm just telling you, anything can happen. I'm just telling you. Pay attention to football, y'all. Anything, bro. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've seen it all in the playoffs happen. So, but anyway, with that being said, the playoff tree is set. I'm gonna jump real quick. We'll go to the college football playoff. Let's see, get this thing up here. All right, as you see it right there, Thursday night, Penn State, Notre Dame, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. See, when you put games like this on when I got to work, I'm cool because I'm gonna be watching, but you know what I'm saying. And then Friday night, Texas, Ohio State to decide who will play for the national championship. Again, I think Notre Dame wins against Penn State, and I think Ohio State wins, but I also think this is Ohio State's national championship to lose. I've said that several times. They were the most impressive team to me from the quarterfinal round. So yeah, I'm picking Ohio State to win the whole thing. I'm picking Ohio State to run the table, clap on through there. We'll see if that happens, man. We'll see if that happens. Again, not much developments out of college football right now. It looks like there's no major injuries. There's no scandalous shit coming out of there. These just 4 teams just ready to play each other at the end of this week, and that's what we're going to get. So hopefully it's some good games. Hopefully. Man, the Ohio State-Texas, bro. I mean, considering what Texas looked like when we've been, they played us hard both games. The last one went in overtime, obviously, for the SEC championship. But, man, I feel like that can get away from them. I feel like it can. I think if you looked at the quarterfinal round, if you go back, Texas, Arizona State, man, that's an overtime game, man. Arizona State battled back and tied that up. And Texas, I mean, for whatever their level of defense and the way that they allowed them to do that. They allowed Arizona State to get back in the game, right? And Arizona State took full advantage of every opportunity that was given to them to get back in that game. So when you're looking at this game, don't let them boys don't give them no opportunities. Don't give Ohio State no opportunities, man. I'm telling you. I think the Michigan game thoroughly pissed that team off, and as you can see, their play since then has been pretty stellar. So, again, college football playoff, CFP. Oh, shit, I forgot to pop my own graphic up there. You know what I'm saying? Made my own nice graphic for it and shit. Forgot. Oh, you can't even see it. Too big. Let's see if I can ease it down a little bit like that, a little bit. There we go. Anyway, like I said, Final Four, Thursday night, Penn State, Notre Dame, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Texas, Ohio State on Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I like the I do say I kind of like the week games when they're like this. College football, like if Georgia was playing, I'd be pissed off they was playing on Thursday because I got to work. But I don't know, the Friday night stuff is since high school football is pretty much done, right? And then, this is college football, so it's the next best thing as you can get to that. So, yeah. Considering I think Ohio State is going to clean up with that. I think no matter who wins no matter who wins the Notre Dame Penn State game, I think Ohio State's just going to clean through there. So there's going to be that right there. Let's get back to this right quick. All right, man. All right, let's let's get into this thing, man. Obviously, you look at the scores from yesterday, a couple things that needed to happen. Obviously, I've been one of those guys that have been sort of on the Cincinnati Bengals recently. Like, if they make the playoffs, I'm telling you. And look, man, they made that statement true considering how they roared into not making the playoffs, right? And I know everybody's going to be like, they didn't make it. I got it. They needed a couple things to happen that did not happen. The Dolphins did lose this weekend. They needed that to happen, but they also needed the Broncos to lose. And if Kansas City didn't make the biggest statement of all time, how you going? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right now, you got clip-clap. And I know they don't care. Nobody was playing for the Chiefs. You knew that was the Chiefs were a shell of themselves in that game. But, bruh, 38-0. The Chiefs, if they didn't tell you as loud and clearly as possible, we don't want the Cincinnati Bengals in this motherfucker, they sure enough told you yesterday. And I am not even going to shout out the Broncos. Not even going to go there and be like, shouts out to the Broncos for playing well. The Chiefs had nobody on their team. Nobody was playing yesterday of any consequence. And if you watch some of the game, it looked like they didn't care. So, if you want to cheer and be, happy Broncos fans, yes, you made the playoffs. You got a pretty good damn defense. That young quarterback, that rookie, Bo Nix, is playing good football. But make no mistake about it. You played a empty Kansas City Chiefs team yesterday. And again, I'll say this again, and I talked about it coming in here ad nauseum. The Cincinnati Bengals needed the Dolphins and the Broncos both to lose to make the playoffs yesterday. The Dolphins didn't hold up there. They held up their end. They lost, right? Come up here. Let's find it right quick. Damn, where's it at? I'm probably going to pass it 3 times. No, my dumb ass. Yeah, right there, 32-20. Jets beat them. Aaron Rodgers went off, had him have himself a game. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers getting touchdown number 500. Think he went over it. But yeah, you when you see a score like this is more of the Chiefs saying, hey, Cincinnati, we ain't letting you in this motherfucking dance, bruh. That's, dude, 38-0. Chiefs got beat 38-0, dog. I don't give a damn who wasn't playing. They didn't. They made no bones about it. They were not going to win this game. And it's crazy as hell that you'd rather have your division rival in the playoffs, right? You'd rather have your division rival in the playoffs than the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Because I'm going to tell you what, man, division rivals in games like they could have kept Denver out of the playoffs, man. It could have been a big middle finger to Denver. I mean, it is your division rival. But you say, shit. I'd rather play them boys in the playoffs. I'd rather play our division rival, Denver Broncos, than to mess around with them Cincinnati boys. And that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is, dog. Like, I didn't really pay attention to this game, but then all of a sudden when I saw the final score, I was like, whoa. Once I think it got to be 21-0, and I thought, okay, the Broncos ain't losing this game. But then when I saw the final score, that's when it told me that, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. A couple more notables. I mean, Rams sent a message too, man. Rams. Sean McVay said, I don't give a damn, right? Sean McVay said that this was for the Rams, this was seeding. They either would have been the 3rd or 4th seed in the NFC playoffs, and he sat everybody pretty much. Sean McVay said, I don't give a damn what seed we are. We the Rams, bro. And I don't blame him. See, when I'll get in a few minutes when I get to who we're playing this weekend and all of that kind of stuff. I don't blame him. Same thing it comes to this for me. I know everybody saw it, right? First time in 11 tries. Look. I don't even care. This is inconsequential. Bad way. More than what I care about this final score of this game, I care about the injuries that came out of this game, right? If you were going to half-ass it, Matt LaFleur, you should have benched everybody. If you didn't give a damn about the seating position, you should have benched everybody. I got it. You want to go have a positive taste in your mouth going into the playoffs. You beat a team 11 times in a row. Eventually, they're going to get your ass. They're going to clap you, right? So that's what happened here, right? Eventually, they're going to get theirs. We made a couple of mistakes down the stretch. The Bears took full advantage of those mistakes. Clock management was bad in this game, all of that. But I don't care because the seeding to me, all this was for us was seeding. We made the playoffs 2 weeks ago. So, damn, I'm thirsty as hell. Apologies for that. But see, I didn't really care about the seeding because when you look at this, and I'm about to pull this up right here. Wait, is this it? No, this ain't it. Yeah, this is what's coming up. Or no, I'll put it right here. This is it. You look at this. Let's see if I can get this one a little bit smaller. All right, there we go. So if you're looking at this, any of these teams, the Eagles, the Bucks, or the Rams, all going to be at home. It don't matter who you playing. These are three good-ass fucking football teams. So for me, personally, as a Packers fan, I did not care about the win or loss yesterday against the Bears. I mean, it was the Bears. I would have rather have won that to keep the streak going, but it is what it is. I didn't care. What matters to me more that came out of this game right here, the Packers and the Bears, is that we got some injuries, y'all. Christian Watson likely done for the season. That was a non-contact knee injury. Other knee he hurt against the Saints a couple weeks ago. He shouldn't have been playing. Should have rested him. It was, if you understand what I'm saying? Like the game plan and the stuff that I saw getting called. Obviously, Malik Willis had to come in. That's not an excuse. That dude could play some ball. Yeah, man, it's the injuries, dog. It's the injuries. And now, you got teams, you got players like Xavier Worthy, who's been a standout safety, made the Pro Bowl this year for the Packers, first year with the team from the Giants. You got him talking shit after the game. You got him talking about other players not putting in effort and shit, right? That's the stuff that comes out of playing a game like this when you go in there and you have the Bears beat your ass on your home field and talk trash while they doing it. That's what happened. So the way you can alleviate that, Green Bay, besides just beating them, they don't play nobody. See what the Chiefs did? You think that the Broncos out there celebrating, clapping hands and all that on their field? You think the Chiefs cared? Nah, they in the playoffs. They didn't play nobody. So there was nothing to hurt their feelings about that game. They knew Denver needed that game to get in, and they didn't play nobody because I think, again, they didn't want Cincinnati in there. So guess what, Green Bay? You shouldn't have played nobody, bro. This game was inconsequential because, again, it don't matter. You're playing the Eagles, the Bucks, or the Rams on their home field at some point in time in the playoffs. So it didn't matter the seeding. Of course, you might have rather went to Tampa Bay than the Eagles, but go ahead and say that if you want to. Go ahead and let Tampa Bay hear you say, shit, I'd rather play them than the Eagles. Go ahead and let them hear that if you want to. Tell the Rams that shit. Let the Rams hear you say, shit, I'd rather have to play the Rams than to play the Eagles. Let the Rams hear that shit and see if they don't clap your ass. This is the playoffs, y'all. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. You have to bring your A game every single game, or else you're going home and you'll be in Cancun like they like to joke about. The rest of them teams that didn't make the playoffs are going. That's plain and simply what it is. It doesn't matter. So when it came to this game yesterday against the Bears, or here, let me get this one. Against the Bears, I didn't care necessarily about the dub or the L. I cared about players getting some work. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't need to play, then don't play them. Jordan Love needed to play. I agree with that. He needed to get some reps in. He has not looked that impressive down the stretch, even though, everybody's lights out. It's Toyota-thon. He's been playing decently. I saw decently last season. I expected a step up from decently, right? And yes, he scorched the earth at the end of the season last year, took us straight to the playoffs, clapped the Cowboys. I got all that. But what you want to see is a step up and improvement. And I haven't necessarily seen that from him, right? Offensive line is spotty the last few games, man. How the hell can you not block Minnesota or Chicago, so to speak, and then Minnesota goes up there and Detroit just absolutely just holds them up, man. Barely getting to Jared Goff. And that shit was crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. See, that's what it is. See, the Vikings, they just figured shit. The Packers ain't shit. We can beat the Packers. And that was their mindset going in. Maybe they're a little scared of Detroit. Maybe that's what happened last night. Maybe they went into that game a little bit without their confidence because I guess they thought we wasn't shit. They were just going to run over us. Pretty much did. It was close game, but they still beat us twice this year. But again, yeah, this one, congratulations, Chicago. You got one on us, right? The kicker, I can't remember his name, was able to exercise those demons because the last time we played y'all, it came down to a kick that we blocked. And sort of remember 2019 was its final score. So, and look, again, 11 straight times we won, beat the Bears. Eventually, it's going to happen. And shouts out to them. They put the effort forth. They took advantage of the mistake Green Bay made yesterday. And, you know, there you go. So they won themselves a game. They get to go into the offseason sort of with this good taste in their mouth. Leading up to next season, which who knows? I heard they're trying to get Mike McCarthy. They asked for permission to speak to him and all those kind of things. I think Mike McCarthy's contract expires on Wednesday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. Yeah, we lost to the Bears, man. I don't know what else to say. More troubling than that is the injuries that came out of that and things of that nature. So, as we get closer, I won't pick the games this week. Of course, you know I'm already going to pick the Packers over the Eagles. I don't care what anybody else thinks. That's inconsequential. I don't care. But yeah, so there's that. Let's see if there's anything else notable. Let's see, Commanders, and that's the thing, man. We were playing at the same time as the Commanders were, and it depended if they lost, then we would get the seed where we would go to where we would go to Tampa Bay. That's where we would have been going, to Tampa Bay. And then instead we're going to Philadelphia. So that the seeding thing is up. But again, it doesn't. This is playoff football. I don't think it matters. The only thing I think that would have mattered if we had to go play these boys first round. That kind of matters. Not to say that these teams, but you if you can understand the gist of what I'm saying is what I saw them do to Minnesota last night. But again, I'm not going to sit up here and crown them cats. None of these cats. I'm not crowning even my boys yet. I'm not crowning anybody on this chart right here because anything can happen in the playoffs. I mentioned that several times, and it's the truth, man. Anything can happen. So, it is what it is. All right, look at where we at right now. Some news. Obviously, you want to talk about it. Let's see. Let's go into some of this news. The Tyreek Hill. Oh man. If you ain't know, Tyreek Hill complaining, he with the Dolphins. He left Kansas City very publicly. A couple of seasons ago, they didn't pay him what he wanted, so he went to the Dolphins, made a whole bunch of claims about Tua being better than Patrick Mahomes, or just as good all of this kind of stuff to make himself feel better for leaving the Chiefs. And the Chiefs had done nothing but won 2 more Super Bowls after he left. They've done nothing but get better, actually, after he left. More versatile, right? Y'all give me just a second right here. I'm gonna stop my camera just a second. I gotta wipe my nose, man. Give me just a second. All right, apologies, y'all. My nose is doing terrible right now. Anyway, yeah, Tyreek Hill left, went to the Dolphins. Now he there. Now he won out of there. Man. Listening to that press conference or that interview with him earlier today, I thought to myself, man, this disgusting ass cat, bro. He done ran through all that money. Now he want a new deal. I don't care what the situation is. Man, quit on the team too, man. From what I hear, he quit in the fourth quarter. He what the hell is that flying around? The hell was that? From what I hear, in the fourth quarter, he took himself out of the game and just said, "I'm unavailable to play, bro. Not hurt." Just quit on his teammates because they was losing, because they had a losing season, because he decided to go to Miami down there, and it didn't work out like he thought it would. Should have stayed in Kansas City. Should have took the pay cut, bro. Because right now you'd be looked at. I mean, people look at Tyreek Hill just talent wise and as a receiver, he's a great receiver, fastest player in the league, all of that kind of stuff, right? I mean, I'd take him on the team as far as before these shenanigans. Well, I think anybody would, but I'll get to that in a second. But that's the way he's looking. He would be looked at much more prestigiously if he had stayed in Kansas City, because now he'd be a 3-time Super Bowl winning wide receiver, 3-time champ, right? That shit speaks volumes. That shit that makes Hall of Famers look at you when you're coming up through your career. Like, let's see what you got there, son. You got 3. You know what I'm saying? So like that brings a lot more attention to you. He didn't do that. He decided to go to Miami. Now he got 1 ring. Shouts out, but that's nothing, man. With that being said, I would not be surprised if the Dolphins have gotten a bunch of phone calls this morning after that Tyreek Hill interview came out. I bet you they'd have got some. I heard this morning, Dan Orlovsky say the Patriots should be calling him. Should be calling right now. Miami saying, hey, what can we give you for this cat? Right? What can we give you? Because I tell you one thing, Drake May could surely use somebody to take top off the defense, bro. That would be insane. But yeah. So Tyreek Hill, it doesn't matter. He's playing for somebody next season. Somebody will pay this dude millions of dollars to catch footballs for them next season. So the Tyreek Hill stuff is, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. Other things, obviously, the Jags fire head coach. Damn it, how the fuck did I just lose that? Let me get this pulled up here real quick. The Giants are going to keep everybody. They're keeping Brian Daboll. They're keeping the GM, which is surprising, very, very surprising. I'm sure New York fans have not been too pleased with that thing. Colts fired defensive coordinator Gus Bradley after 3 seasons. Let's see. Head coach at openers ranking these 5 jobs. Yeah, see, Packers wide receiver Watson believe they have suffered torn ACL. And that means, look how late in the season it is. Watson won't be back until the end of next season. Like, this is serious, dog. And he's the one player that we had that could sort of loosen up that defense in the rear because of his speed and his ability to sort of get over the top. Anybody out here saying they didn't care, but Watson was doing good this season, man. He made a lot of clutch catches, a lot of sideline toe tappers that have been fired. I hate to see this, man. I do. That's the worst part to come out of this game. Damn the loss. I'm talking about this stuff. Jared Mayo got fired, man. I think it's Gerard Mayo, got fired by the New England Patriots 1 season, bro. Right after the game. Didn't even get to finish. Didn't even get to get out of the locker room with the troops, right? A lot of stuff out there, a lot of talk. I tend to think, for me, just from my thoughts exactly, and shout out to a couple people else who used to be on the show, PJ and Jonathan, all things, it's they probably told him we need to lose the last 3 or 4 games. We need this number 1 pick. We need to do this and that, and he decided, nah. The players wanted to play. He decided, I'm going to be on the side of the players, and we're going to play to win games. Can't fault him in that, man. But if it goes against ownership, then I guess it just goes against ownership. And Gronk went off today. Yes, I think it was yesterday. It was after the game. Sort of. Let me see if I can get that pulled up right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that up here. Let's see. Come on, load up here, buddy. What the hell? That's not what I wanted. No wonder it took forever. Apologies, y'all. Trying to get this bit. So Gronk was on, he's on CBS, I think is what it is. And he yeah, here it is. Let's see. Listen to Gronk talking about what happened to Gerard Mayo when he got fired at the end of the season. Let's see. You should be able to hear this pretty good. Let's see. All right.
Already, Gerard Mayo out after 1 season as the Patriots head coach.
I was shocked by that. And to happen that soon was a shocker to a lot of people, especially here at the desk. We were all surprised by that. I think it was unfair to Coach Gerard Mayo. I mean, he had never had the chance to develop as a head coach. He was just a rookie himself in that department. And if you judge a coach by their first year, that's really not appropriate. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, you went 1-15 your first year, and then you won a couple Super Bowls after that. I mean, he really...
Hey, we got to go to break.
Oh, no, I mean...
All right, we're going to keep talking about that.
Yeah, we're gonna
much more in the OT later. Already, Gronk.
Hey, Gronk was about to go off, y'all. Gronk was about to go off. Gronk was about to say, Gronk, man. I ain't gonna say he ain't all there, but Gronk, he's a dude. He was about to be like, man, what the fuck, Robert Kraft? Like, or something along those lines was about to pop out his mouth. They was like, hey, hold up, bro. We got to go to commercial, bro. We got to go. Man, you about to go off. We see it right now. You about to go off. So, that's what's good, bro. Hey, man, y'all did your thing, bro. I can't even. I just said it earlier in the show. If you were here. Yeah. Vikings, no favors to anybody. The Vikings did up there. Went up there and got their asses whooped, man. Yeah, man. Y'all got the week off. Got to chill and sit back and see who you're going to get. I mean, if we're lucky enough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, you will get us next week. So there's that. I mean, you could be happy about that since y'all already clapped us twice this year. But that's what it is. If we beat the Eagles this weekend, we're the lowest seed, so we'll go straight to Detroit. And we'll see what that looks like, right? First we got to beat the Eagles. So, Jaguars, goddamn, I'm fucking up. Jaguars fire Coach Peterson, Doug Peterson, after 3 seasons. You could see that coming, right? The thing about Doug Peterson is I think he needs to have like some perfect stuff happen for him around him, just like it happened with the Eagles that one season they won the Super Bowl. So not surprised to see that happen. I am surprised though that the Giants are keeping everybody pretty much. Head coach over. Let's see. And look, man, let's pull this back up. We'll go to the playoff scores. All right. And look. I know in my head, in my mind, in my heart that this weekend there's not one team. Not one damn person who's going to pick the Packers to win in Philly. Not one. So, I'm going to be, it's against the world, basically, right? The Philadelphia Eagles are rested. Even though they played yesterday, they had plenty of people resting. I know you got Hurts coming off the concussion, but I'm never going to pick against my team. I think we can go in there and get them. I think we can. So I'm not even going to go there. But I know that nobody else is going to pick these boys this season or in the playoffs this weekend. Nobody is going to give us a chance. So I hope we can embrace that underdog role, but we still have some issues there again, like when I was just now talking about us against the Bears. So LaFleur, man, what the hell gives? He looks like sometimes like he doesn't have control of the people, man. It looks like he doesn't, man, and I don't understand it just doesn't look right on the sideline. When you look at the sideline, even in rough times, when you look at the sidelines of winning teams, like the Lions, like the Chiefs, like some of these other teams, when they're losing, right? If you look at it's just different. It just looks different, right? And the Bears, I forgot to mention that's one of the. I think that's what pushed them over the edge for us. Besides making the field goal at the end, was the fact that they did a trick play on us where they fooled us with the with a punt return, and they ran one all the way back. So that's 7 points that we couldn't get back from them when they pulled that in the game. But again, nobody's gonna give us a chance as we pull this up. Starting Saturday, 4:30 p.m. The Chargers at the Texans. Again, I'm not making official picks because new information could come out. All of those things right now. If I'm picking, I'm saying Chargers. No way the Texans. Texans to me hadn't looked good this season. You know what? They look about like we have. Hey, look, you know what? I'm a Packers fan, so of course I'm gonna say I feel like we're better than them. But we played them this season, so there's that. Anyway, Steelers, Ravens. This is a game right here, man. I'm sure nobody's gonna pick the Steelers either. Nobody's gonna give them a chance, right? This is one of them games I was talking about. If again, I'm gonna say this again. If you think, for whatever reason, and because I hear people talking about this shit, this is why I mentioned it on the show. If you think for any reason that it's a wrap, that it's a done deal, that the Detroit Lions are going to be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, if you feel that way, then turn your TV off and don't watch another damn game until February 9th. Don't watch no playoff football. Don't watch nothing else if you feel that way. If you feel like it's a done deal, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl for the AFC. If you feel that way, then turn off your TV and don't watch a damn football game until February 9th. All right? If that's the way you feel, if it's a wrap, because it's not a wrap. This is the NFL playoffs. If you've been watching football for any amount of time, you know that anything can happen, which is why I know nobody's going to be on board with my boys, but there's no way in hell I'm doubting they can win this game against Philadelphia. If you think they can't, you anything can happen. Anything. See, there's a lot of fans out here, and I'm not trying to pick anybody out that are all up into this playoff stuff now because teams who normally aren't here are here now. So you ain't been watching football long enough that anything can happen in the playoffs, bro. Anything can happen in the playoffs. I've seen it, and I always go back to that Baltimore Ravens were the number 1 seed in the AFC, man. They had Ingram, the nice team, great team. And the Tennessee Titans, who were the last seed in the AFC, went in there and clapped their cheeks. So when I look at this game, Steelers on a 4-game losing streak, Ravens probably feeling themselves a bit. I hope not. I hope the Ravens don't come up in this game feeling themselves because you can get caught. The same thing right here. The Broncos defense ain't no joke, man. And I think what Josh Allen has been able to do, and of course, my mind might change by it. What Josh Allen has been able to do this year, probably going to be the MVP, right? But you look at it. I think the thing that they've talked about the most is, Josh Allen has done it all without the receivers that he had, and he lost a bunch of. Hitting that correct, right? It's been impressive what Josh Allen has done this year after losing all of that firepower. But man, the Broncos could expose that thing. Broncos defense, not a joke. I don't. The offense, I don't think it's going to be fine. But boy, I tell you what, that's another one right there. And then obviously this one right here again, we can go in there and beat them boys. We just have to play. So we'll see what happens. And the Commanders Bucks, that's almost a coin tosser. If you recall, the Bucks beat them in week 1, but this is the playoffs. It's like a new season. You know what I'm saying? So these are the matchups that are coming on this weekend. Again, Saturday, you got Chargers, Texans. Saturday at 8 p.m., you got Steelers, Ravens. Then Sunday, Broncos, Bills. I am glad to see this little time right here. It's a nice little window for me to kick back and watch this game as I get prepared to go to work later on. Kind of would have rather seen it in this slot right here. But yeah, it is what it is. I ain't going to complain too much. I complained about the Georgia time slot, and they got their ass kicked. So there's that. So Packers, Eagles, Commanders, Bucks. By the way, I didn't talk too much about Georgia getting beat last Thursday in the Sugar Bowl. If you want to hear some big time thoughts, you can catch me on this right here, Georgia Sports Central, on iSports Radio. There's probably some links down below for that where I went into that game. I talked about that Georgia Notre Dame game for like 30 minutes the other day. So, and I finally put it behind me and put it past me because it was the easiest loss. I said again that loss against Notre Dame was for me pretty much like the easiest. It was easy. It hurt me for about 30 minutes, and then once that was passed, I said, you know what? All right, well, there it is, and then I moved on. So, when you get to be my age and you've been watching football that long, it's that's why I am thankful for this. And I forgot to mention this on Thursday. I am thankful for the success that I have seen as a football fan in the past 20 years. A Super Bowl, a couple natties. I'm not satisfied by any stretch of the imagination. Nobody should be. Players shouldn't be. Nobody should be satisfied with that. But with that being said, hey, man, there's a lot of teams that haven't had none of that. So that's why when they lose playoff games, it hurts a lot more. I remember Detroit fans last season against the 49ers, man, that was a heartbreaker because y'all hadn't been there, man. So you get to that top and you fall down. So I feel like they ain't going to want to feel that way again this season. So we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But again, it is what it is, man. Packers, Eagles, Commanders, Bucks. So, yeah, man. That's the slate for this weekend's games. Let me make sure I got everything before I bounce from here. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else notable that really happened yesterday, except for when you're talking about some of these firings. Let me pull this up real quick because I think this is very interesting. Ranking at 25. I think of the jobs that are open right now, considering what we know, because like the Jets job, you don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be back. You don't know. There's a lot of stuff there that you don't know about. People say Chicago Bears is the number one stop. That's what they think. I think personally, the New England job, bro. The New England job. Let's see, Mike Vrabel looking like he might be up in there in the talks, maybe. That's who I think Patriots fans probably want. This is a good football coach. He knows New England. He knows the community there. He knows the teams. He knows the crafts. He's been there, right? He's won Super Bowls with New England. I think he would be a perfect fit there. And I think with the young Drake May, pick up a couple pieces. Like I said, man, I guarantee you New England was on the phone with the Dolphins today, bro. And the Dolphins, of course, they go like, shit, we about to give y'all a division rival. But hey, man, who knows what they might offer for him. But I think of the vacancies, you got the Bears, the Patriots, the Jets, the Jaguars, and the New Orleans Saints. If it was me and I was a head coach and I had my pick of the litter, I'm going with the New England Patriots, man. Fuck that. Let's go to Foxborough, bro. That's where I'm going, man. The Jets, you don't know if Aaron Rodgers is coming back. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, I think he gets season-ending injury, so you don't know what's up with that. New Orleans Saints are just Derek Carr's there, bro, now. But the New England Patriots, yeah. I think I would take that as the job if I am a head coach who's out there looking for a spot. And I had all of those teams offer me a spot. I would go with New England, man. You know what's going to be crazy? It's going to be crazy is watch it. If the Bills get beat this weekend, one last thought. If the Bills get beat this weekend, and then and Josh Allen ends up winning the MVP. There's going to be a lot of talk about that, even though the MVP is a regular season award. The MVP award, especially for quarterbacks, is the one that's most handcuffed by defense, right? Like, if your defense is bad, as you can see with Joe Burrow, if your defense is not good, you won't even consider you for the MVP. Not even considered, because he didn't win enough games, didn't make the playoffs. Even though his stats were absolutely – Jamar Chase too, man. Jamar Chase could be argued about too. Anyway, with that being said, you guys, we'll see you all on Thursday as we'll make our official game picks for the NFL playoffs. And yeah, man, everybody enjoy your week. Have fun. There are no games until Thursday night with college football and NFL this weekend. So yeah, like I said, everybody enjoy your enjoy the rest of your week. And and we'll see y'all on Thursday. Peace out.